Good evening, Facebook, and welcome to this week's Top Think on These Things. It is I, your girl, your host, Marilyn Gregory, aka MG, and I am with you on Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, bringing your words, something that I hope will lift you up and encourage you and give you food for thought. So I always say I'm not going to hold you long. Tonight's not going to be any different. I promise not to hold you long. Tell some people that Tot MG is on and she has a word tonight. Um, I'm going to start for the month of May. I know we're technically still in April the 30th, but for the month of May, I want to talk to you about relationships. I want to talk about being single. I want to talk about what being in a relationship looks like to you and what it looks like to me. I want to talk about understanding relationships. I want to talk about God's purpose for relationships, and mostly we're going to be talking about romantic relationships, y'all, because there's all different types of relationships. And I know I shared with y'all back when I was still in Columbia, and I was talking about a relationship that I had and how God was healing my heart. And, just God just spoke to me and let me know that, living single is not a time to be depressed. Being single is not a time to procrastinate. Being single is not a time to sit around and mope and be unhappy. Really, being single is a time that God can really, really use you because you don't have any, especially if you don't have small kids at home, right? You don't have anything that restricts you from being able to do certain things. You're not obligated to a certain person or people. If God say get up and go, you can get up and go without having to even try to worry about making arrangements for this person, that person, whatever it may be. So when at the time when you're single, it does not mean that you forget the fact or you try to squash the fact that you want to be in a relationship. You can do both. You can be single and living your best life, but still have that desire to be in a relationship, right? And your heart is open, your mind is open. When God sends that right person to you, you are really better in a better place emotionally, psychologically, physically, maybe even financially, emotionally, where you're able to receive that person in your life. Because if you read my book, it talks about, is your life set up even for a relationship? And some of us long to be in a relationship, and truly our life is not even set up to be in a relationship. We're not ready mentally for a relationship. We're not ready emotionally for a relationship. Sometimes even physically or financially, we're not ready, or spiritually, especially, we're not ready for a relationship. But because the word does say that it's not good for man to be alone, there is a desire in us. We are a social being. And there is a desire in most of us, not all of us. I'm not trying to speak for all women, or I'm not trying to speak for all mankind or all men, or I'm just saying there is a desire in most of us, generally speaking, that we want a partner. We want to be in a monogamous relationship with someone that we can build a life with, right? And that's great. And that's okay. But if you haven't gotten there yet, if that special person has not come into your life, that's okay too. That's the time you want to really live your best life. You're free to go do whatever. If God's calling you to go do a mission in Guatemala, you can go do that mission in Guatemala. If God's calling you to go to California. You can go do that. Whatever God's calling you to do. And I'm not saying you can't do those things as well once you meet your partner. Not what I'm saying. But I'm saying even the not that those things aren't fun either, because they are, but even to do fun things like to travel and see the world, and women even to go hang out with your girlfriends, because you are free to do those things. You're not bonded yet in a relationship, because once you get there are some restrictions. You have to take that other person's schedule into account. You have to take their feelings into account. You have to take what's going on in your household into account once you get in that relationship. So that is just an introduction of what I want to talk about going into the month of May. And if you have not gotten my book, this is a shameless plug. If you have not gotten my book, please DM me so that you can get a copy of the book. Also, I have a t-shirt. So if you want to get a t-shirt that says, and I think I do have one on, I am Adam's Rib, you can do that too. So that's what we're going to be talking about this month, or the month of May. And so if you have any topics on those, along those lines, any questions along those lines, go ahead, put it in the chat or DM me so that I can make sure that we talk about those things that are important to you, those things that you're interested in, those things that you would like to have some answers to, or some advice about, or some direction, because that's what we're going to be doing the rest of the month of May. So I just wanted to put that introduction in there, put that plug in there. If you are single and you want to be married, great. Allow God to work on you in your singleness and enjoy your life in your singleness. Go out there and do that craziest thing within reason that you always wanted to do, but haven't done because you're so focused on finding a partner, being in a relationship. Again, I want those things. I want those things, but I have decided, I have made up my mind that it's not going to stop me from living my best life, from doing the things that I want to do for me, for being selfish. So when I'm in that relationship, once it comes, I can be selfless. I can focus on me now. All my attention can be on me. I can take care of me. I can do those things that I want to do for me spiritually, emotionally, physically, financially. And so when that person comes into my life, I'm ready to receive that person in my life because I have taken care of all those areas. So, ladies, gentlemen, if you are single and you haven't taken care of those areas because you're so focused on getting that relationship, once I get in that relationship, once I get in a relationship, once I find that right person, no, the time is right now that you need to be working on yourself, getting your emotional intelligence in order, getting your mentality in order, getting your finances in order, getting in order spiritually, physically, so that when that person comes into your life, you are ready to receive them. That may look like therapy to you. Some people it may be therapy. It can be therapy, a professional, which I strongly suggest, or it could be your girlfriend. It could be someone that you need to talk to and be accountable to, and that can help get you on that journey of being selfish for now during your singleness, so that when you go into that relationship and you make that covenant, that commitment, that bond, when you leave and cleave, then you are really ready to receive that person. So I want you to think about that. And we're going to talk more about it again. If you have questions or a topic that you want to talk about along those lines, Reach out to me. Let me know. I'm here for you. I am here for you, right? Okay. So that's all I got for tonight. I will see y'all next week. Go out there and be that change that you want to see. Y'all know that I love you, and there's not a thing in the world that you can do about it. So be blessed, and I will see you next week.
We're searching for the truth deep in our lives, breaking through the barriers to darken the lies. Every thought we carry shapes who we are. Renew your mind, reach out and you'll go far.